Martino of relationshipdevelopment.org and creator of Relationship U, and I'm here today in today's video to talk to you about a tool that we teach our students all the time, which is called being on the spectrum with it. And that really comes from the fact and the premise that all change happens on a spectrum. You know, one of the things of doing a lot of personal growth work and a lot of learning is that you learn something new and then you go back to your old ways in the moment and you're like, oh, you get so upset with yourself, you get frustrated, you get flustered, and you're like, oh, that doesn't work, or oh, I'm not good at that. And you get derailed by that. But here's the truth. All change happens on a spectrum. I don't care what it is. If you're doing something with nutrition or your relationship or your state mastery, your personal growth, your wealth, your business, whatever it is, all change happens for you on a spectrum. Very, very rarely does it go from A to Z in a moment. And when you understand that, that's the perspective shift that allows you to truly implement change and be willing to stay with it through the spectrum and do whatever it takes to master it. So here's the tool that we teach. It's called All Change Happens on the Spectrum. We're on the spectrum with it. And what it does is it teaches you that this is how the change will come for you. Let's say there's something you want to change in your life. There's a way that you knee-jerk respond to your partner every time that they get negative, you get triggered, and you learn the tool that if you keep your state over 50%, if you keep your state high, then their trigger, their state will diffuse and you won't get triggered. So you start working on yourself. Right, so you've learned a new tool, you go back into a situation with your partner and they trigger you and you're like, damn it, I did it again, right? I reacted, I know better, I learned a new tool. You're on the spectrum with it. You've had an awareness after the fact. That's where it starts. The next time you enter a situation with your partner and they trigger you again, you might be 75% of the way through reacting from your old behavior, and then you catch yourself and you're like, oh, I'm doing it again, and you stop. The next time you have that situation, you might be halfway through your old pattern and catch yourself and be like, nope, I'm not going to do this again. I'm going to switch it up and do something new, the new tool that I know. And then you progress further so that you're only 25% the way through reacting with your old trigger. And you say, nope, I'm going to switch it up. I have a new tool. I'm going to master my state, stay above the 50% line. I'm not going to get triggered. I'm not going to continue with the old trigger. And you switch until you get to the point where you feel your old trigger coming and you say, nope, I'm going to switch it up, do the new tool that I know. And you go into the situation as your best and highest self. And until the next time when you no longer are triggered by that anymore. You've shifted it. It's in your blueprint. The way that you see the world is you show up from the new and different tool that you're using to elevate yourself in your relationship. And so you've moved up the spectrum with that. You're on the spectrum with it. Here's what I see most often is that people derail themselves by getting frustrated because it doesn't happen on the first or the second time. So my tool for you is stay with it. Be okay with being on the spectrum with it. It takes a level of mastery to have that. Try that the next time you go into a situation, having that compassion with yourself, but still working at it and staying with it. Post in the comments below. Let me know how you're going to use this tool. And until I see you again, sending love to you. Bye-bye.